Hey, welcome back. So we're playing some black red sacrifice. I've done a video of this similar in the past. This one's a little different. Where we're mixing it up with some of this Kroxa Titan, as well as Kaya's Ghostform. And what we're doing here, the interaction between Lurrus and Kroxa and the Ghostform can be just immensely tilting to play against. I think you may have seen in the video where we were trying to play against that. So what our goal here is we gain some control through playing Kroxa and making them discard also a damage outlet. Now, if we have Lurrus out, we can play him for the 2 mana repetitively, making them discard each turn for 2 mana, which is pretty good. Or if we've got enough in the graveyard, we can just escape him back. As well, to try and keep Lurrus alive, we got the Ghostform here, which works really well with Lurrus because when Lurrus dies, it brings the it can see the ghost, so it comes back from the Ghostform and then can see the Ghostform, putting Ghostform back on. So it's going to take at least 2 removal spells for them to get rid of it. Otherwise, just our value cards, the Scorpions, the Dreadhorde Butchers. We got a Bedevil in here for some removal. And some of the Claim the Firstborn in here, which is really our only it's our only like other removal spell where we take it and try and either sack with the Witch's Oven or something like that. So let's get some games in and play it up. So looking at this hand, this is a great keep here. We've got a turn 1 into a turn 2. Guys, Ghostform if we need to put that down. So I think we're going to keep this and see where this gets us. We're up against... Okay, we're up against the Serrated deck. Interesting. Very interesting. So, this is good too. We got the Oven Familiar combination, which is just quite frustrating to play against. I'm intrigued with how this will work. Ooh, 2 Knights is pretty strong though. No point in blocking. Okay, so let's get our Kroxa out now, and just start getting some discard going for them. So the way this works is... Oh wow, they had a 3rd Knight in hand. Oh my goodness. The way this guy works so well is it also works as a damage outlet if they've discarded everything, and most of the time later in the game they'll keep lands in hand, so this stops them from keeping lands in hand and still dealing the damage. Yeah, that's fine. It was good for them to destroy it, but we got lots of opportunity to bring that back. Alright, so I think what we'll do here is let's get our Whisper Squad out. And an Oven. Could definitely use some more black mana, but we'll just wait on that. I think no blocks. If he pumps it, that's, I mean, good for him, but we're just gotta accept that. Yeah, okay. I like how this will work interesting with the Zerda being able to pump it for 1. You get +3/+3, that's pretty strong. Eesh. More mountains is not what we were looking for here. I think what we'll do is we'll attack in. What I'm going to look to do here, I think, is when he attacks in, I will pull up a Whisper Squad to play the cat, gain 1 life from the cat, block with the cat, sack the cat to the Witch's Oven. I won't be able to sack, and that won't actually quite work, but I think it does. Probably should have kept him up. Alright, so we're going to activate this. Pull up a Whisper Squad here. Sack a Whisper Squad. Play a cat. I don't think he should have played that there, because he pumped it there, so I know which one I want to block now. Yes. I mean, this thing dies, that's fine. Block the 5/6. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Getting trolled by our lands here. I guess that's going to happen sometimes. I think we'll do a similar play again, except we're going to sack the Whisper Squad to pull one up and do the Witch's Oven trick again. Yeah, definitely getting trolled a bit by our lands here. Okay, so we're gonna pass the blockers, and let's block one of them. Yep, we'll block one. Go to damage. So he's gonna pump. Which one's he pumping? That one. So we're gonna activate this in response. Sack him. I guess I should actually be doing this at the end of it. Well, he's tapped out, so it doesn't make as much of a difference. Had he not been tapped out, it would have been open to a removal spell. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Lands have been rough here. Lands have been real rough. Okay, so let's go to blockers. At this point, I might as well just block both. Before we go to damage, I will sack the Cauldron. And then at the end of his turn, we'll bring it back. Okay, we've got. I need 5 to bring him back. Okay, Dreadhorde Butcher, nice. Works well as a blocker. I'm trying to debate here. I can attack in. They're both 3/4s. I think we're okay actually to just attack in. If he blocks, I've killed it. Otherwise, I can kill it later by sacrificing it. So let's actually go in. Nope. Just the Butcher. Turn. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have no more Whisper Squads to search up anyway. So I think what we'll do is if I can get in with one more turn with him and get a little more, I can get more damage through, and we can keep blocking if we need to with the familiars here. Let's pass the blockers. Blocking them both, and block, and then before we go into damage, I'm going to sack the familiar here. So this is just buying us some, mostly what we're just trying to do here is buy time. We don't have a way to necessarily deal with these guys. Okay, so we can make a creature not block this turn. And we'll play this again. Ouch. What do we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4 of our, all 4 of our Whisper squads. I think that we will have to pay the 2 life. And let's get the Lurrus out. Just gonna gain a lot of value by having them out. I can't bring any of these guys back this turn because I'm really hard pressed to get some of the black mana. But so what I want to do here is let's attack. If he blocks, which I doubt he will, I'm actually fine with that. So now what I can do, which I might want to do, I can kill this before he's able to make one of my creatures not block, which is probably what I think I'm going to need to do here. Just because I can't afford to have him get these guys through. They're just going to deal too much damage, and especially with only 1 mana to activate, that's too much. Well, actually, it didn't quite work the way we wanted it to. But that's fine. So this is going to be able... Oh, so he can taunt this for 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think that actually his ability to sack it there is probably enough to kill us, because this only buys us about 1 turn. Yeah, he's coming in with all... Okay. I would have thought he would have made a creature not be able to block. So he can go 1, so that's 9 extra. I think I need to block both. I think so. So you can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we're at 11. Yeah, we're gonna have to block both here. I don't know why he felt it to activate that, but alright. Let's see, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we're dead, no matter how we slice it. He's going to be able to pump this through. So let's instead just have a little fun to end this one off. I should be able to do this the way I want to. So let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll bring it back. And then I can put the Ghostform on it, which is going to allow me to do that one more time. Which will be 3, 4. You know what? Let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens here. Like, I can't actually attack with it. It doesn't have haste. But this lets me block, get 3 more damage, sack it, bring a familiar back. So let's see what happens. I still think we're in a pretty bad spot here with 3 of the knights. But then we get rid of 1 too. Wow, all 4 of those knights. Target creature can't block this turn. You know what? That one can't. But when it comes back, it can. Alright, well, I mean, if he's gonna, like, there's not a whole ton we can do about that. We ended up with 2 foods out of that? Sweet. Sure. we get a food? I don't know. So we'll pass to the attackers. Pass the blockers. Choose a blocker. Block. Pass the damage. And for reasons unknown to me, we are not dead yet. We're really not in a good spot here, but we're not dead, and that's really what matters here. I don't actually know how we're not dead yet. Let's see. So I've got... I can't get rid of him yet. Let's... we'll play our own knight here. And... next... no attacks. He's gonna... I think he's misplaying this kind of badly. I think he's had lots of opportunities to kill us and just has not done a good job. Like, he definitely had enough last turn where he could have just, like, he didn't need to kill the Kroxa. He had 3. I had 2 blockers. He could have came in with 1 and pumped it, so I don't think he's playing to the best of his abilities here. It can't block. Well, if it can't block, it's not very useful to me. But I guess I don't need to deal with that now. Pass 2 attackers. Pass the blockers. Block. So, which one's he giving that to? So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. So he's going to pump it again. So let's let that resolve. And okay. So let's see. We've got 7 plus 5, which is 12, and we're at 9. And this brings us up to 12. I don't think that's going to be enough. Right? So our fellow can't block here. I think he finally did it. Yeah, okay. Took him long enough there, but... oh, took him long enough. Really got screwed on the lands there. Oh yeah, that was great. So we'll go turn 1 Knight, and then we're looking at turn 2 Butcher, potentially turn 3 Butcher, and then into Kroxa. So I think we're just gonna try and get as much damage on the table as we can here. Bear 2 life. And let's just swing in. We're playing against the more mutate deck, so once he gets some of his creatures down to mutate, especially on the druid, which we can't target, not that we could have anyway, that'll be rough. So the more we can get through, the Kroxa Titan will be great because he's going to have a handful of mutate creatures, so that'll help slow him down. Okay. Yeah, see, he's going to have a 3/4 off of this. Great Horn is so good. Yeah, Great Horn is so good. So what we'll do... okay. I don't want to play the second Butcher here, although it is good in aggro. If if I attack him with both of these, this is going to force him to either make a bad block and kill this, and we'll 2-for-1 him, or I'll just play the Kroxa after. So I think what we'll do is let's... maybe I could have played that, because if he blocked, I would have killed his druid there to slow him down. Let's attack anyway. If he blocks, I don't think he'll block. If he does, actually, that's pretty good for us. So do I want to pump this to get a counter? Or let this get bigger? I think I'm okay to... Yeah. I want to get... Ooh, I could get Lurrus down as well. And then I can Kroxa Titan. I could double Kroxa Titan next turn. I think we'll go with that approach, actually. So I have nothing to pull back right now, but if I draw like a second red source and we can double Kroxa, that's going to be some good card advantage. Let's see if he goes for the Omori this turn, or if he's going to mutate some more. Okay. Interesting. So, oh wow, that makes his stuff really cheap. The Shivering Rats is very good. Yeah, that's great. That's great for him. I mean, let's go ahead and kill the other symbiote here. Slow him down a little bit. Okay. Didn't draw our other red source. It's too bad. Now, I think that I attack in, because if he blocks, I'm just going to give a death touch, and that would be great. And that is better than playing, I think, the Dreadhorde Butcher and giving that away. Although if I play the Butcher and I attack in... actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll play the Butcher. I'll swing in, because what this lets me do is I can sacrifice... If he blocks it, I'll kill his druid. If he doesn't block it, then I'll sacrifice it and deal him some damage later. Okay. And let's play our Sigil here. Vigil. Gaining life is going to be challenging. Oh, okay, so the 1/1 counter goes on this guy. So I can kill his Essence Symbiote, because that's going to let me sacrifice the Butcher. But we are going to start taking some beatings from this guy, and I don't really have any way to deal with it, unfortunately. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I do have the one card. I've got the Bedevil, which I will 100% want to play into that. So he's got one card in hand. So I think what we can do here is... Maybe I'll just start getting some Kroxa damage in. So let's double Kroxa him. So I'll make him discard. And now I can choose to play this again or play a Butcher. I think we will attack first, because if he blocks, I will just give it... If he blocks here, I'll give it lifelink. Yeah, I'm not expecting any blocks. Do I want the 4 damage? I do. I do want the 4 damage. It'll make him a little bigger. As long as we can keep Lurrus alive, we've got what's looking like probably 3 damage a turn there as well. So he's got nothing to mutate on. Yeah, we'll take our 5 damage there. Okay, so let's see, what's the best we can do here? I can play. Do 1, 2, 3. I get him down to 9. If he doesn't kill my Lurrus, we can probably kill him this turn if I can get 3 of those out. So let's attack in with this first. We'll attack him with a knight first. My guess is he won't block, but let's find out. He did block. Okay, sure. So I think then what we will do is, well, I can only play this once actually. So let's do it once. Yeah, I can't do it 3 times. Get our damage through. We'll put the Butcher down from our hand. And we'll get a Blood Crypt out. Keep my life total intact. And we'll end the turn here. So if he makes me mutate, I've got 1 more damage to get through. Sure. And we'll probably take another 5 from Shivering Harvester. Yeah, I can't block it anyway, so I'm gonna have to take that. Okay. Okay. Well, definitely get the Familiar out. Now, I think we actually just go swing for the fences here. He knows I can play this. If I attack in with everything, let's see what happens. I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want the sack outlet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to block 2. Yeah, I think we just do that. So let's go. Let's do this before combat. Just so in case, so that way I can attack him with the Lurrus and still get it later. Okay, so next we'll go into combat. Let's go in 1, 2, attack him with 4 of them. He can only block 2, and then okay, yep. Okay, so that'll be 1, 2. They're going to pump up, and I should be able to kill him. Great, so they get bigger. Nice. For flak, sure. Sacrifice creature. Sacrifice creature. Yes, he saw it. We got there. Wow, that was a close one, but we pulled through at the end. That was, yeah. That's what this deck can do. Very nice. Okay, I think this is a keepable hand. I've got the Familiar Oven combo. I've also got a Knight into a Kroxa discard, so I think this is definitely worth keeping here. It's crazy how much this 1/2 is just going to block. Just be a wall to block this. Sure. Alright. It's unfortunate. Okay, so I think the question is do I want to get a Kroxa down, or do I want to get the Oven Familiar combo going? I think I want to do the Oven Familiar combo. The extra life gain is going to be... Ooh, definitely should have played the oven first. Definitely should have played the oven first, because now if he had an extra shock, he could respond to the oven coming into play. So what this allows me to do is block, sack, if he's got some of his one power things. Just gives me some play here. Cavalcade, very nice, very nice. Love the Cavalcade Calamity. Even though it's gonna wreck me. So past the blockers. I think we'll block, and I will. We'll do this. Like, I'm gonna trade positively here. I took 2 damage, but we're basically gonna get all that back. If he shocks it, great. We pulled 1 burn spell out of his hand. Oh, the double Witch's Oven. Yeah, that's gonna upset him. So we'll play the Kroxa here. I wish there was a way I could respond to that ability by sacking it, but I guess there's not. Combat, and yeah, we might as well attack in. Because what that allows me to do is untap it, bring it back to the blocker, and then still bring it back again at the end of his turn with the second oven. This interaction is just so frustrating. Does he have any instants or sorceries? Well, he's got a shock. All right. I mean, there's not really anything we can do about that. But what that means is I probably don't want to block. Because if I block, that gives, well, actually this is an attack, so this can't attack, so we can't bring it back this turn. So I think we'll be okay at least for 1 turn. Now, where am I in combat? Did I forget to block first? No, we're still resolving that. Okay, so we pass the blockers. We'll block here. Go to damage. Sack the familiar. Saving ourselves at least 1 damage here. And I guess the question is, do I need to attack in with it? I have nothing to attack in with, so I'll wait for it to untap. Second familiar. Beauty. So I'll get my Lampad Vigil, because that's going to help me block the Anarchist. And I can wait. I don't need to play this now. I can play this later. But definitely having one in his hand will screw around with his math. One turn. I think I want to get the Lurrus down probably next turn to start recurring the Kroxa, because that's going to be 3 damage and making him pretty hard pressed to get some lands out. Or at least, like, it'll start being some damage through, and he doesn't run a lot of cards in his hand. So I think that'll really help us. Great. All right. Yeah. Once we were able to get like the life we gained off of the familiars, he's seeing that I'm going to keep doing that. Like this, usually this deck is built on getting as much damage through quickly as you can. But if you can start to outrace it with the life, there's not really a whole ton you can do there. All right. So just wrapping up here. This deck is pretty good. I mean, I think you've all probably played against it. We didn't really get a chance to do the Ghostform combo too much, but you saw what we had some fun with the Ghostform and sacking the Kroxa Titan, which actually that was pretty fun. 6 damage out of nowhere, and it coming back as a 6/6. So I would say Kai's Ghostform does a lot of really fun things worth including. Changes I would make. possibly more knights, maybe some removal. Like we didn't really play into the removal too much. We didn't need to. At the end of the day, we were able to outmatch them, so we might be okay. I mean, we did pretty well in those games, so give the deck a shot. The only thing is, you got three of these mythics. That's really, but without them, you could probably get around with other things. So give it a shot. Let me know how it goes for you in the comments. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if there's any other decks that you guys want to see me play. Thanks. Have a good one.